ultimate love and drama. Like this reality show has given us way more content than any reality show I've seen in Nigeria. Alright guys, if it's your first time just joining us on this channel, this is Laura's Box. Use the subscribe button. So this is an interactive channel, so what we do here is after watching, we drop your comments. Don't come on my Twitter page to tell me, hey Laura, drop your comments here, this is where I recorded and I posted my opinion. So drop your comments here and please share our videos and do not forget to subscribe. Drama galore in the ultimate love part. I was writing my notes and I just realized that there's just so much to talk about, and honestly I am trying not to talk too much these days. I have like a target. I don't want my videos to be more than 30 minutes, but a lot has happened in this house. I will try my best. Let us see if we would actually go beyond below 30 minutes. So of course, with the last video, if you've not watched the last episode, the last recap, so I think you should do that before watching this. It's called Ultimate Heartbreak and Chaos. Everything scatter for the house. Buzz. And it's just been one drama to the other. So of course, Monday's head with Precious, not talking to David, and of course, not talking to Rosie. The three of them were not just talking to each other. I think tension about the previous night, which was Sunday, all the David being an Agbako master, serious bloody liar, and I don't even know what to call it, but let's continue. I'll get to the summary of everything, like my own opinion. And of course, OBAB, which is Obi and AB, talking about their relocation plans. Obi telling AB, you see, so I want us to build an empire, so our children won't relocate, we'll build an empire for them, so that by the time God calls us into glory, there's something for them to take. AB, you're an accountant, Abi, so do you have ICANN? Do you want to do your master's? They go like, yes, so I'll do my PhD. Yes, I want to do my PhD. Yes, but I think ICANN is more important. Already planning the lives of their children and their own lives too. Even planning how they want to build an empire to when God calls them to glory. Then all of a sudden, like Arnold and Chris were talking, and I was like, what's going on here? Like I say, Chris like Arnold, and Chris was, Arnold as usual, always complaining about Bolanle. Bolanle, she talks rudely, she's in the midst of every chaos or quarrel in the house, and Chris was just telling him that, do not tolerate anyone, and do not tolerate Bolanle too, that you just be yourself, you just gotta be yourself. You should learn your partner, but do not tolerate anybody, and I don't think you should tolerate her, just be yourself. And the previous day, which was Sunday, I told you guys how Uche was like, he needs to leave the house. I want to leave the house. I don't want to be here. I don't want to pick up with her. I think Arabuku Tibale, his body, he don't calm down small, because all of a sudden, Auntie came into the house with the butler and this the luggage wheel, and told him, oh, it's time for you to say your goodbyes to your fellow love guests. And of course, you could see that he was a bit downcast, but he didn't say anything. He went to the room, packed his things, and he left. And I think Uche was, though he came in on Friday, he only spent 2 days in that house, but I think it was a very formidable factor, like very interesting. He got along with a lot of people because you could see that they were not happy. Uche will miss you, say hello to my mom, say hello to my sister. And of course, that one happened. Jennifer and Bolanle almost got into a fight because of food, and Jenny was just complaining. No one tell me that. For the first time, I think I saw Bolanle calm. Maybe she met her match. Of course, Jennifer, that one is like, she has a banji. Every 5 seconds, I heard a touch. And after I went, like, oh, calm down, you don't have to continue. And I was just complaining to Louis. I would do my own back when it comes to this food. Like, you see, food is always the problem. Like, since this show started, it's been food, pack of juice, oh, you took so many eggs, you took enough, you didn't give me enough food. It's just been food. Our bolonjeku, like they don't have food in their homes. And from what I see, they have enough food, but they will still fight and talk about food. Then to show us about David and Precious. So we also just saw David talking to Precious, and he was like the camera was far. Anything you want me to do, I'll do. Just tell me what you want me to do. Whatever decision you take, I'll do. Whatever decision you make, I'll take. And I'm like, is this guy crying? What's going on? Is he crying? And the camera zoomed and see tears, and I'm like, And Precious was just like this. And that girl was just like this. Was just like, I apologize. I promise I'm not going to disobey you again. I promise I'm not going to lie. Precious, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm like really, like he was actually crying and everything, you know. And Precious was like, you know, you're just lucky that you're in this place, because if we're outside here, you know that I wouldn't even talk to you. And he said, if you don't talk to me, I'll come to your house and find you. And she was like, who's going to open the gate for you? I'll find my way. I will not go until they open the gate for me. I'm sorry, I'm not going to disobey you again. And I'm like, taking notes. You know, I keep saying that men love wickedness. Nigerian men, I don't know, I've not dated men abroad, but you see these Nigerian men, they love wickedness. It is when you're wicked to them that they begin to have sense. So that one passed. Jerry and Sylvia talked. And Sylvia was telling Jerry, you're not putting much work into this thing. You know, I don't want to go home. You're not putting much work. You're not putting effort. And Jerry was like, okay, I'll try, but you know, she shouldn't force it. They should just take it easy. And somehow, some story, I don't even know where the story started from, came about. Looked like they wanted to swap. Like, so Jerry thinking of swapping with Kachi, so it becomes Rosie's partner and Kachi becomes Sylvia's partner. And I'm like, where's this story coming from? You know, I really don't understand where it's coming from, but that was like the gist in that house on Monday. Then Jerry and Arnold, they spoke. Arnold was just telling him that, you know, Bolanle is too loud, she doesn't listen, she talks to housemates anyhow, people complain, they always come to him and complain, and he doesn't like any form of altercation with anybody. She's rude, that at this point he don't zone out, and Bolanle will tire. And you know, for Bolanle, I told you guys in the last video, Bolanle's excesses are much. There's just so much you can condone. Even from watching her, she's so aggressive. And I think Bolanle is a very nice person, but maybe background, because of how she grew up, the polygamous home, lots of siblings and everything, she just doesn't know how to handle issues. She talks, she just likes to interrupt, she won't allow you to talk, she's in the midst of chaos. Like sometimes just say something come on eye, but she's going to talk, she wants to talk. Like she got into that house, she has not regained her voice. Like if you had kept your mouth shut for like 2 days, you would get your voice back. She's not been able to regain her voice. And of course, we're just talking to Jerry about that. Then Rosie joined them. Instead of Rosie to leave, no, Arnold was now asking Rosie, do you girls advise yourselves, and do you like say some things to yourself, like this thing you're doing is not good? And Rosie was like, well, you know, Bolanle is my friend, she's very straightforward. AB, straightforward, I love her so much. This, that, straight. Jenny's a sweet girl. Oh, this one is this. Living with Nkechi and Chris, I don't think they are that straightforward. But you know, and I'm like, excuse me, like, what did Arnold ask and what she's saying? Arnold only asked you, do you guys advise yourself, because you wanted to talk about Bolanle, obviously, but Rosie just cued it in and just turned it to some other thing. So Presh, Ike and Kachi, they talked, and they're talking about the situation that happened on Sunday. And Ike was telling them Presh that if he felt like Rosie kind of pressured David, like the pressure was too much on David, and that was why David did what he did. I felt like Rosie kind of pressured David. And Precious was like, yeah, somehow, like she felt like there was pressure too. Then also AB and Obi kept on coming to him. I was like, how far am my guy, my sister be that, so no do anyhow, and your baby that and everything. So maybe David couldn't make a proper decision. Later that night, Jerry called Precious aside and told Precious that, you know, I had some form of resentment towards you from Sunday, because I felt like you were going to put my name. And Precious was like, oh really, why? He said, because when he was talking to Precious, and now told Precious that, oh, I know you're going to put David's name. And Precious was like, why not your name? Why do you think I'm going to put your name? So he felt like Precious was going to put his name, and that was why he chose Precious as number 1. And they should have talked about every other thing. Tuesday came, they had a task where they had to learn tie and dye. So apparently this week, you know, every Saturday is like their task night. So on Saturday they have this cultural display, some Bata Asha Ikorodu display. So of course they brought some people to teach them how to make adire fabrics, tie and dye. After that, they were in the kitchen when they just hearing noise. No, don't tell me that. No, don't say that. No, you cannot say that. Are you jealous? You can't say that. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And it was a fight between IK, Teresa, and Chris. So apparently, and look, Teresa was just shouting. Chris wasn't even shouting. Teresa was just shouting. No, you cannot say that. You can't say that. Because what the fuck is that? What the bloody fuck is that? And I came and vibrating. No, what are you saying? You cannot say. And like, it was really vibrating, like it was going to. I'm like, what's going on here? And you know, all through that thing, and Chris was very calm. And Chris was like, no, that's not what happened. You're lying. You're lying. That's not what happened. I was standing here with Teresa, and Ike came to our middle and told me to move. And I told him, must you always stand with Teresa? And that was how they started shouting. Do not lie. That's not what happened. That's what happened. And you know, they went on and on and on. They didn't even stop. Teresa was just like, if you're frustrated, don't take your frustration on anybody, or if it's not that is worrying you, just stay on your fucking lane. This one, that one. Everybody tried to calm them down. And I was like, why would you say that? Are you bitter? You don't like seeing people together. You don't like seeing people together. Why would you say that? And people kept saying, it's okay, calm down. After a while, they left. Then Teresa came back again and was like, I want to say something, but this is what you said. And if you think that what I've said, I'm sorry, but I think this is what you said. No, when she came to apologize, but the apology was laced with more insults, she went again, she started shouting, can you imagine? What the fuck? That's your head. If that's something is worrying you, hit your head on the wall. And I'm like, wow, all this insult for Auntie Chris. Like, I know all through the insult, she was very gracious. She did not exchange words. She was just like, do not curse at me. Do not curse at me. You can say what you want to say without cursing. Do not curse at me, because they kept saying, oh, what the fuck? Oh, flipping. Oh, my this, that. I said, like, do not curse at me. Do not. I'm like, this auntie is really trying. Like, really. Like how? Like, I felt like Ike and Teresa went overboard. They actually did not try at all. We're behaving like like, you know, when you don't have home training. It wasn't up to that. Do you understand? And while they were talking, and David was trying to say, no, this was not what happened. I just looked at him. I was like, David, shut up. And he said, okay. And he kept quiet immediately. And I'm like, this guy actually loves this sofa here. Precious is giving to him. After I was there's a fight scene. There's no, I will show you. Don't tell me that. It was just one fight galore. After a while, Jenny said that Cherry told her that you're jealous of me. So she told Cherry, you are a big fool, and I will call you a fool over and over and over again. After a while, they all settled their issues. Just of Chris talking to Ike and Teresa. Cherry came and apologized to Jenny. Nkechi, that one just doesn't talk. She only talks when she's gossiping with Jay. Like every other thing, she's just quiet. She doesn't say a word. She's just mute. When they even came to meet her and was trying to talk about something, she just kept quiet. At one point, Jenny was like, Nkechi talk. Now Rosie was like, Nkechi talk. She's not good talk. Like, she just doesn't talk at all. So Sylvia had a conversation with Rosie and asked Rosie what she felt about her relationship with Kachi, and also told Rosie what she was going through with Jerry. And Rosie was like, you know what, don't force it, just be his friend, just be his shoulder, he's going to come around. Do you want me to talk to him? And Rosie said, and Sylvia said, yes, I want you to talk to him, but don't tell him that I told you to talk to him. And Rosie said, okay, I'll talk to him and everything. So Arnold pulled Rosie aside and was talking to Rosie and was now telling Rosie that, and so why are you distant from me? Why are you staying away from me? You know your friend, she's this and that. So, you know, blah 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 blah. So Rosie asked, like, what's going on and everything. He now asked Rosie, what do you feel for me? And Rosie was like, what do you mean, what do I feel for you? Do not bring up that conversation, because Bolani is my friend. And Arnold was like, but you know that I connected with you at the auditions and I liked you, and you stayed away. What if it's you? What if it's not Bolanle? And Rosie quickly shuts him down, like, I'm not having this conversation with you, and do not ever bring it up. I'm not, because Bolanle is my friend. That was actually tops from Rosie. Like, what kind of rubbish is that one? Which one is what do you feel for me and everything? So after a while, Precious called David up and told David, I said, you know what, so did you kiss Rosie or not before the live show? And in David's usual fashion, and it's not like, I think he talks with his nose and his tongue. It's not like, Precious, like, David, calm down, think about what you have to say, process it properly, because I want the truth. Even if it's going to be a hard truth, I'm ready to take it, but I do not want lies. And David was like, I promise not to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I promise not to lie to you and everything. And I think we're just trying to, like, Precious was just trying to give me a soft landing. After David now said, hey, Precious, can we start praying together? And like, Precious was like, no, we were praying with Rosie before I came into the house. So it's not going to be original. So I'm not praying with you. Like, I cannot be praying with a man who lies. Like, what are you praying to God about? Rosie went to Louis and told Louis that David kissed her twice before the live show, and even told her, I love you and everything. Louis was like, oh, I didn't know that. He's so sorry about everything, and you know, he's so sorry about everything that happened. He didn't know. The boys had a family meeting where they had to sort out their issues. I think David accused the boys of sabotaging him and not, you know, being friendly with him, especially Obi, that nobody's talking to him and everything. And they talked, they chastised him, oh, you did this wrong, you didn't do this right. And Kachi stood up and was like, you felt David should have come to meet him, to talk to him about apologizing to Rosie, because he can give him a very soft landing and can influence Rosie to talk to him and everything. Anyway, they shall, they know guys and they don't have wahala. They shall sorted their issues that night. Nkechi and Jay, those ones, they just sit down and talk about the house and gossip. And Jay was telling Nkechi that, don't worry, that, you know, when Precious came for, it was either David or Ike. I don't know where he got that one from. Also told Nkechi how Cherry liked him, but he told Cherry he didn't like her. How Sylvia came along and he told Sylvia I didn't like her. Also talked about how Sylvia and Ike connected outside the house. Talked about how the Rosie, Nkechi dynamics. In fact, those ones, they know everything. They're the real observers of the love part. So Bolanle and Arnold, obviously, again, they stay fighting over food, arguments and unnecessary arguments, you know, one thing or the other. So this thing where Arnold is complaining to Bolanle that people are complaining about you, blah blah blah. So the next morning, which was Wednesday morning, in the morning, so Rosie was telling Bolanle that, you know, she has decided to put this David and Precious situation behind her, because she's very sure that they are happy that she's sad. She can see it in their eyes that they're happy that she's sad. So Motsi decide, wait, I won't even talk about it again, because I want my peace. Let them do whatever it is they want to do, even though she's not happy seeing them. In her mind, she'll be happy to see them go and blah blah blah. They now had this rehearsal where they had to do the bata dance, and you know, they had to do with their partners. I think that one actually brought Rosie and Kachi closer. I think so. I know Rosie is so pretty, so she wore that what's it called, she wore a leggings, all her curves and everything. At one point they had to carry their partner, and Obi did not carry Abi. Like, Obi did not carry Abi at all. I'm like, why now? Why can't you carry her? And I think he made a comment to her that she needed to lose weight, because all of a sudden Abi just started, you know, ignoring Obi. She was sad, she didn't look happy and everything. Obi tried talking to her, Abi refused to talk to him. After a while they were talking, and Abi was like, Obi Shoko, don't take my love for granted though, because what you did this afternoon, I don't like it at all. I love you, but don't take my love for granted. You will regret it. Don't take my... Obi was like, no, I won't take your promise. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Abi. I'm very sorry, baby. Don't... Obi was like, I promise. It was a mistake. It won't happen again. I promise. Please forgive me. Please forgive me and everything. And you know, they all did out. And you see those two, I'll come back to their matter later. I even forgot to tell you guys that on Tuesday morning, so Obi and Abi, they were talking. They will just talk about everything. They're paranoid. They talk about, at the past, someone they sing song, you sing song for me. But I don't mind them, because me and you are perfect, our original. Now maybe the original ones, they sing song. And after a while, AB said she wanted to stand up and go to see Rosie. And they were like, sit down there, don't go and see her. Like, you need to gain your self-respect. Let Rosie come and see you. You cannot be going everywhere to see them. Gain your self-respect. She will come and see you too. Why are you going to see her? You know, I don't even trust that Rosie. You know, I've lost my trust for her. I don't trust her again. And AB was like, Rosie is my friend now. And you know, after a while, Bonale spoke to Arnold and was asking Arnold about that. You know, I've noticed whenever you see Rosie, like you're happy about something, and Arnold started crying. Like, why are you crying? Instead of me to answer, I started crying. And Bonale now said, you see, I like you so much, and if it's going to make you happy, I don't mind leaving the house. If my leaving the house is going to make you happy, I'm ready to sacrifice myself so you can be happy. And I'm like, all right. So they had their session yesterday. Auntie spoke to the girls, Precious, Rosie and David. Precious talked about the situation with David and how David lied and how she told David to come out and tell Rosie the truth. And she even told David that, see, if this thing is going to pose a problem between Rosie and I don't mind, I'm ready to back out for you guys. But David did not do that, and she has not forgiven him, but she just feels for him that everybody's against him. So she's trying to give him a soft landing, that she's not moved with sweet talk. She hasn't forgiven him, but she just feels like she should give him a soft landing. She feels like there's something great that David possesses, and she's always prayed to God that she wants to be with someone in her industry, someone who's going to understand her kind of job. Rosie talked about the situation to Auntie, and you know, talked about how David betrayed her and how she asked David, and how David kissed her like 5 minutes before the live show and told her he would, you know, I love you and everything. So she felt betrayed. She doesn't feel anything for Kachi yet. And he told her to try. You know, you can actually try. Maybe whatever happened for a reason. She said she's willing to try. Sylvia talked to Auntie and said, you know, Jerry isn't forthcoming. She's tried all she knows how to do, but is still not trying to work with her, and she doesn't want to leave the house. And she spoke to Bolanle, and Bolanle said, well, she's always having issues with Arnold, and she wouldn't mind swapping. I mean, if she has to swap, she's going to swap with Jerry. You know, Auntie asked every other person, all the other girls, are you willing to swap? And they all said no, they're not willing to swap. They are willing to like just stay and maintain their partners. Afterwards, Precious, Rosie and David spoke. David apologized. He kept apologizing to, I'm very sorry, Rosie. I'm very sorry, Precious. Precious, I'm sorry, forgive me. Rosie, I'm sorry, forgive me. And they're like, don't say any other thing that's going to compound your matter. Just shut up. No, Precious really like, just shut up and apologize. Like, you know, own responsibility for whatever it is you've done. Do not try to, you know, rigmarole your way, and you apologize. I'm very sorry, I'm very sorry. And you know, both girls, they talked through everything. After that, Rosie went and told Kachi that, you know, and though blah blah blah, this is what they've spoken, and Kachi was like, don't trust them. So Rosie was telling Kachi that AB and Obi aren't happy with her, that she started out her issues with Precious and David, and how they don't trust them. She also said she doesn't trust them, but you know, she wants to be free, she wants to sleep well, she doesn't want to hold that body in her mind again. I feel like that is actually not a bad thing. Actually, the house is just too small to hold so much bitterness, because you wake up and you see those two again. Like, how long? You can't let them control you. So that's one. I agree with her. Sylvia and Jerry, Lord have mercy. I don't even know what to say. You know, I don't know if it's age. Like I said, yes, I was trying to think if I was this stupid at age 23. I don't think I was. You know, of course, you might like a guy and blah blah blah, but you know, so Sylvia called, she was talking to Jerry inside, and of course they had that. Jerry was never forthcoming. She would try and, oh my god, I'm cold. Jerry will not answer her. Oh, I'm having cramps. Jerry will not say anything. You know, when someone tells you they're cold, you might want to give her a hug or get a blanket for her. The guy would just keep quiet. So after she called Arnold and spoke to Arnold that there's something Jerry has against her that happened outside the house, and it's actually very bad. That even if she decides to turn the tables, she also wouldn't forgive herself. But that's not what happened. That Jerry got the wrong picture of what happened, and that was exactly not what happened. But you know, Anna doesn't like, okay, what's it about? Can you share? She said, no, it's something so big and it's a secret. Anna said, is it health? She said, no. Is it school? She said, no. Is it sex? And she kept quiet and everything. Anna was just like, okay, you know, just talk to him and everything, blah, blah, blah. So she now called Jerry and said, let's talk. Jerry, do you like me? And Jerry said, I like you, but not that way. Okay, Jerry, do you want me? And Jerry said, no, I don't want you. Why don't you want me? Sylvia, you know why you don't suffer? Sylvia, like, you know, someone that's really like a goat. A guy says he doesn't want you, and you're asking him why. Why don't you want me? Why don't you want me? And she was practically desperate and begging. At one point, she said, I'm not going to let you go inside until we sort out this matter. And then Jerry was like, you will not let me go away. Do not dare say that again. Don't dare. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person you talk like that. So I'm not interested in you. This one, that one. Like, she actually ridiculed herself last night. She ridiculed herself that night. It was an embarrassment, a first-class embarrassment. If now me born Sylvia, I'll just go to that multi-choice and say, beg, hand me my picking, just give me back my child. Like, the embarrassment was too much. Like, you know, there's no place for self-esteem, no place for dignity, no place for telling yourself that you are enough. And she kept saying, me, I'm not a pursue man, I'm men they pursue me. Like, in life you go through rejections, but you can't start acting like that's the end of, like, Jerry. Like, honestly, really, why? Like, why are you killing yourself over Jerry? So it was a very sad thing to watch. And you know, because Jerry was already irritated, you're just talking to her rudely, don't dare, blah blah blah. Then we now have cliques in the house. We have the Chris and Nkechi's sister romance, or those ones are close. I think Precious is there too. They seem to bond a lot. Then we have the Roxy and Obi. I call them the gossip crew. Like, those when they sit down, it's just to dissect other people, and in a very mean way. Like yesterday now, Sylvia confided in Rosie about the Jerry situation, and Rosie brought the matter there, and we were laughing at her, and Rosie was just laughing at her. Now, can you imagine? We should not even come, and I was just like, come on. Someone confided in you this one, and you've turned it to round table matter, and you're laughing at her. At one point, Obi now came inside and was like, so and Rosie was like, Obi, do you mind sitting down with Chris? No, that silly woman, she's stupid. Tell her I said she's very stupid. At her age, she doesn't know the man wants her, the man doesn't want her. She's stupid. I don't have time. Tell her I said so. I don't have my feelings. So this one, that one, like, that one is just a rude bush silly Igbo man. That's Obi. So full of himself. Is, you know, I don't even know. I like AB so much. He's turned that to something else. That one is now very boring, paranoid. The assistant madams in this house, they won't shop kitchen, they won't chop everything, they're going to do anything. If I pass, that one will sing. The other day, Chris, what's her name? Abby came to the kitchen, and Chris was telling Abby that, oh, Abby had a dream that you opened a luxury store. And Abby was like, before I even came to this house, I wanted to open a luxury store, but because I was working, I just couldn't. No stress, because I had to close my shop and travel. No, I couldn't. That was just too much stress. It was like, oh really, you work? Where do you work? I'm an accountant. And Chris was like, oh really? Oh, that's so nice. I didn't know you're an accountant. And when everyone wanted to paint this picture to Obi, she was like, can you imagine? She don't look me finished. This cannot be anybody. Tell me, say she dreams, say she say me I open shop. Tell me, when they ask me, say, what do I do? I don't like that. She can't say, So she don't know. She don't know before they look us like, say, we'll not be anybody. I'm like, life is not that serious now. Like, come on, take it easy. You know, it's just been one drama or that parent. I think maybe the game, of course, you're in an enclosed place. Maybe you don't get to see, you don't get to know the full thing. Obi and AB filled with hatred, paranoia. They feel like they're the only real ones there. They call themselves, we are imperfect or we are original. You know, the Lord Almighty will help us. My Shoko, as in AB will call him Obi Shoko, Bichuku, my Shoko. And then Obi will say, AB, my baby, my Shoko. Like, look at these people. You know, I like AB. I feel like it's fun to watch, but they are just bitter, honestly. And it's so authoritative, so dictatorial, so it's such a chauvinist. I don't even know what to call it. So he's able to swing a bit. She's so into herself. She doesn't talk to her fellow girls. She doesn't talk to anybody. She will say, I have nobody to talk to. He's my man. He's only my man I want to talk to. My show call. The other person should go. I don't care. Rosie, hold your man. You know, say Kashi's the head. Hold your man well. No man, all these people, they go for Kashi is the best for you. I don't tell you, Kashi is the best for you. Like, they're so paranoid. Bolanle and Arnold fight over food, one thing or the other, and Arnold does not even know how to defend Bolanle. So when somebody comes and says, Arnold, want your girlfriend, you say, I told her she's rich, she doesn't know how to talk. Like, you know, when you want to, you hide your partner, you defend your partner. You can go in and tell your partner, come on, what are you doing? Like, why are you like, you know, in public you defend. Like Arnold's zone is not there. He will still talk rubbish. Then Nkechi and Jay, those ones, they will just sit down and discuss the dynamics and gossip about the dynamics in the house. Louis and J-Lo, now J-Lo, I don't think she likes good things, or maybe because she's used to older men. I don't know what the problem is, but she doesn't like that much when, you know, when there is peace for too long. She could just find quarrel. She's angry, she's crying, she's accusing Louis of something, she brings up Teresa issue. There's always one thing or the other. Jerry and Sylvia, goodness me, you know, it's, you know, I know that coupling is not mandatory, but I think Jerry's rude. He's not handling the Jevia thing properly. Precious and David, they are beginning to come together. They are working well. They had the meal session with Auntie yesterday, and of course Arnold told Auntie about Bolanle. Even after everything he complained about Bolanle, okay, do you want to swap? He said no, he's not willing to swap. Like, he knows that Bolanle is a good person and he's willing to work things out with Bolanle. David told Auntie that he messed up, he betrayed Rosie, that by the time he wanted to make things right, he didn't have the balls to make things right. That by the time Precious came in, he knew that it was Precious he was going to choose, but he did not have the balls to make things right, and that he loves women like Precious. He doesn't like a yes sir, yes my lord kind of woman. He loves women who are tough. He loves women who tells him what to do. He loves women who puts him straight. That when you see Precious, you cannot even try her. Like, she's very firm. Those are his kind of women. That he believes that the man and the woman is the head of the house and the children are the neck. That he doesn't believe that a man is the head. He believes that him and his wife are the head of the house. That's the kind of man that if you come and say, Oga, please go and meet my wife, I don't have that. He just wants his woman to be the Oga, the boss and everything. Jerry talked about Sylvia. He's not interested in her. He's not, you know, is not attracted to her. If given an opportunity, would love to swap with Rosie. Kachi, of course, Kachi says he's pleased with Rosie, is willing to make things work. Louis says he likes Jennifer, she's pretty, and a lot of time, because she's been through a lot of times she's sad, she starts crying for no reason. Michael, he likes Cherry, she's not selfish, she places others above her, he's willing to make things work. What haven't I called? Jay, he loves his Nkechi, he's not swapping, it is Nkechi or nobody. Yeah, so basically that's like what the house has been about. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this Bolanle and Arnold situation? What do you think? Do you think they can actually work things through? What do you think about J-Lo? That's Louis and Jennifer. I feel like that relationship is a time bomb waiting to happen. That's what I think. I know that Louis likes Jennifer. I feel like Jennifer likes Louis, but I feel like there are certain things they need to work on themselves. Now, I want to talk about the Rosie and Kachi relationship, and I also want to talk about the Precious and David relationship, but I'll be doing that in my next episode. So see you guys the next time I come in, when I'll be starting that episode talking about Rosie and Kachi and Precious and David. Don't forget to subscribe.